Economist Professor Peter Quartey is projecting some significant increase in cocoa production following the planned jump in prices. This comes after President Akufo-Addo announced a 28% hike for one bag of cocoa beans, approximately 660 cedis per bag. Professor Peter Quartey tells Joy Business the move will also impact positively on the city. He joins us via Zoom with more on his analysis. Professor Peter Quartey, we're so grateful that you joined us. First of all, we do know that anytime we have a hike in the producer price, it translates in macroeconomic growth. Explain to us its impact this time around.
Well, good afternoon to your discerning viewers. Yes, the increment, which is about 28.4%, is a laudable idea in the sense that it will motivate farmers to produce more of their crop. It will motivate them to invest part of the proceeds in their farms. It will encourage them to not to cut down cocoa trees, but also rather groom their trees so that we could get better yield or output. And then it will also discourage them from smuggling. So when you put all of this together, you will realize that output is very likely to increase. Granted that nothing untoward happens, then we are likely to see higher yields in cocoa, and that will translate into higher income. So if you compute our production or GDP, you will find that cocoa would grow, the share of cocoa, output of cocoa would grow. Similarly, it will yield exchange returns, foreign currency returns, which can impact on our foreign currency or our exchange rate.
Great. Now, Professor Peter Quartey, is interesting to the submission you made in terms of the conditions for growth. Now, we do know the impact of COVID-19 on international cocoa prices. It's plunged over the past few months. How do we translate that in projections for the next crop season?
Yes, the prices have plunged, but of course, we are gradually seeing some easing in the restrictions across the globe. So I anticipate that prices would inch up a little bit as we move along. So that can impact on the volume or the revenue. Also, when output increases, it depends on the extent to which output increases. If output is able to increase more than the decline in prices, we're still likely to see an increase in revenue. So I am optimistic that we will see higher returns from cocoa than before. The past couple of months has not been very good because of COVID-19 effects, but I think we're gradually seeing our economies getting back on track. So we can't but be cautiously optimistic.
Well, on the wings of your optimism, we do know this is an election year, and with this come its own challenges regarding spending and expenditure in that same light. Are you confident once again that this could be maintained beyond the crop season, considering the election year?
Well, from what I hear from the experts, this increment was also coming from some $400 per ton that was negotiated with the buyers.
That's a living differential, yeah.
Living differential. It's not just the price increment or change, but it's also the cost of living differential. So certainly that will not stop once it's been agreed upon. So I believe that component will still be there to maintain future or guarantee future prices of cocoa.
Professor Peter Quartey, we're so grateful that he joined us there. He is an economist, of course, helping us understand the remits of the entire increase in the producer price for cocoa farmers, which was announced by the president yesterday.